Bình Dương is the province in the southern key economic zone of Vietnam, about 30 kilometers from Ho Chi Minh City, with the completed infrastructure, inter-regional connected traffic and simplified administrative procedures. The province has also become the fascinating destination to domestic and foreign investors. The province's potentials and advantages have become more obvious when a series of investment works and projects on infrastructure have been underway and put into use, contributing to create the attraction to the very dynamic and potential field area. Especially in an effort to promote the city of civilization, modernity, identity, and environmentally friendly, as well as the high living standard, Provincial Party issued a program of urban development in Bình Dương for 2010-2015, vision towards 2020. Bình Dương is now improving its infrastructure in an effort to become a Grade 1 city in 2015 and a centrally governed city in 2020, with inter-regional major traffic projects such as Ho Chi Minh City Chân Thành Highway Bình Phước Province, Ring Road No. 3, No. 4 Mỹ Phước Tân Vạn Highway, National Road No. 13. Also, Bình Dương has been expanding urban ecological zones that have been combined with healthy farms or resorts along Đồng Nai, Saigon, and Thị Tính rivers. Apart from these zones and resorts, support services and utilities like hospitals, schools, scientific research and development centers, amusement parks, community housing areas, residential areas, and modern shopping centers have been urgently under construction to contribute to converting Bình Dương into the city of industry, services, education, and training, which is to be a regional and international most modern and advanced area. Nam Tan Uyen Joint Stock Corporation is the member of Vietnam Troper Group and the owner of Nam Tan Uyen Industrial Park, which has been established and become officially operated since October 2005. With the total area of 620.5 hectares, the parks have had its convergent advantages of competitiveness. Along with the natural advantages, the average altitude is 38 meters above the sea level. Land density pressure is from 1.6 to 2 kilograms per square centimeters. Thus, the geological foundation is very hard and stable. There is no impact and ghost sections like earthquake, storm, tornado, and floods. It is very advantageous to build the infrastructure. Additionally, the park's infrastructure has been completely constructed. The closed traffic network is harmoniously designed, making the park more beautiful. The asphalted roads are from 14 to 35 meters wide, with a capacity of loading reached from 80 to 90 tons. The 22 kV electrical supply network for manufacturing is connected to the 110 22 kV 2 by 63 MVA of state electrical network. The lines are wired along to the inner roads of the park and provide stable power supply for investors. In addition, Nam Tan Uyen freshwater supply inside the park, with the capacity of 26,000 cubic meters per day and night, is able to meet with the clean water for all enterprises in the park. Also, to make it easier for investors to approach services of banking, telecommunications, the park has cooperated with partners to invest in telecommunication infrastructure network of banks that is adjacent to the park. Furthermore, the equipment of firefighting and prevention at the park has been fully and modernly equipped. The firefighters have been regularly and professionally trained. They are on duty by turn 24 by 24 hours and ready to cope with ongoing fires to ensure high safety to the enterprises in the park. Especially, Nam Tan Uyen Joint Stock Corporation invested in building the wastewater treatment plant with a capacity of 8,000 cubic meters per day and night that is not only to meet the manufacturing and trading demands of the enterprises with maximum capacity, but also to keep the environment clean and green. On the other hand, the green areas around the park bring the fresh and clean environment to the locals. One of the most outstanding advantages of the park is to have an advantageous geographical location. It is located along the roads of DT-746 and DT-747B, which are 38 meters wide with 6 lanes to big cities. From the park, it is about 28 kilometers from Cát Lái Saigon Newport, 14 kilometers from Sông Thần ICD, 30 kilometers from Tân Sơn Nhất International Airport, 10 kilometers from the National Road number 13, 32 kilometers from Ho Chi Minh City, and 6 kilometers from Bình Dương New City. Especially, the park is one of the owners of Thành Phước River Port. It is 8 kilometers far away from the park. The port has been constructed and put into use in April 2012 that further provides support for the investors on their goods transportation to the big seaports with lower costs. Additionally, Tan Uyen bonded warehouse with the construction area of 25 hectares inside the park is an ideal place to provide good services on customs clearance, transport service in time and safety, warehousing service, and international freight forwarding service. From the park, it is easier for investors to approach services and public facilities like hospitals and universities, job training centers, international meeting conference, resorts, golf resorts, and entertainment parks for foreign experts that are adjacent to the park. Recently, BKMS Tokyo Corporation Limited carried out the project of building the Tokyo Bình Dương Garden City in Bình Dương New City with the total investment capital of over $1 billion. Being located in the major scientific and socio-economic zone, the park tests the advantageous geographical location to provide investors with the best services such as worker recruitment, low labor cost, temporary residence, and temporary absence registration, along with the one-door policy that provides the investors with the paperwork procedures, offices, post offices, customs, workshops, infrastructure, banks, and other services conveniently and quickly. They help the investors in reducing cost and time. The park provides support to investors in making investment license with the shortest time. The investors find it more advantageous to choose the best price because the preferential prices of land, subleasing, and flexible forms of payment are available. With the perfect infrastructure, thus the park can hand over the ground to the investors within 1 week. So far, 86 projects have been carried out in the park with a total area of almost 169 hectares, including 50 domestic and 24 FDI enterprises, with total registered investment capital of 1,028 billion Vietnam dong and over $285 million. One of these figures, nearly 46 projects came into stable and effective operation in the fields of foodstuff processing and packaging, consumer goods producing, electronic components, assembling, and so on. Apart from subleasing the land, the park also has the reserved land of around 6.3 hectares to build the factories for rent. Currently, there are 7 factories with over 15,155 square meters that's rented by investors.
5年前に我々が投資を決めたときにですね、もうすでにビンズン省にはたくさんの日系企業が進出していたので不安はありませんでしたが、このナムタンウェン工業団地については当時日系企業がなく多少不安がございました。しかしですね、5年間この工業団地でやってまいりましたが、ナムタンウェン工業団地のですね、非常に熱心な支援のもと、弊社の活動もですね、年々発展しております。そして、今ですね、ナムタンウェン工業団地に進出したことはやはり正解だったと改めて確信しております。
We made a decision in 2007 to we needed to find industrial land to build our own factory. My wife was contacting various industrial parks. Not many of them were very helpful, and she found Nam Tan Uyen and spoke to Hung, Hung actually answered the phone, and he was extremely helpful for us. He was able to help us in so many ways, which I will explain in a minute. But the price was very attractive, the payment plan was very attractive for us, and the conditions for the industrial park were very attractive for us too.
Here are the remarks on the investment environment of the park and its support to the enterprises. Open economic development together with surrounding environmental protection and available facilities supporting to effective investment of the enterprises have always been considered as the oriented strategy of the park throughout its formation and development. For steady growth in the near future, Nam Tan Uyen Joint Stock Corporation is going to simultaneously carry out the policies of social security together with the park development. The residential area project with total area of 50 hectares provides the investors with a safety and convenient accommodation, including houses for experts and workers, entertainment park, healthcare centers, nursery schools, kindergartens. This brings an effective investment and trading environment and stable growth to the investors. With the completed infrastructure coordinated with the environmental protection for long-term and stable growth, Nam Tan Uyen Industrial Park is a potential land and a golden destination for domestic and foreign investors.